Hey guys, before the video started, I just wanted to let you guys know that you can follow me on Twitter. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. There's going to be a lot of links. It'll be the first one. I'm not going to talk too much about this video that I'm going over. I'm just going to address some points that I thought were kind of me and a little bit of other things in between. So this video showed up on my recommended feed for God knows what reason. So I decided to watch it, and I regret it. I really do. It was almost instant as well. It hurt my brain so much that I decided to make this video, addressing some of the retarded things that Mr. JaytechTV here says. I'm going to apologize beforehand if any of the audio levels dip and such. His video was quite loud.
You can't handle the truth!
Are you too stupid to follow a direct order to shut the fuck up?
Why? Why would this be your intro? That's probably one of the most obnoxious things that I've ever seen on YouTube. Just why?
There's a lot of good news concerning Resident Evil 7.
I'd hope so. I hear it's a fantastic game, and I honestly cannot wait to try it out.
Let's go over this stuff real quick. It shipped 2.5 million copies. The demo was downloaded over 7 million times.
Wait. Is that a Twitter post? Is that legitimately a Twitter post? Why not just show the article that is clearly linked in that post? That would be much more informative.
And as far as the UK sales chart is telling us, 73% of Resident Evil 7's retail copies were sold on the PS4, which is very, very good in a crowded week with Yakuza 0 and Kingdom Hearts also charting.
That's using the UK sales charts. Great. What about digital sales? How many digital copies were sold? How is it spread out between the consoles that way? I believe that you're using this article here that takes only physical copies into account to push the PlayStation agenda that you have onto your viewers. I'm quite positive that if you looked at the sales between hard copies and digital copies, that percentage would be quite different. Or perhaps not, with there being PSVR. Who knows? But if I'm not mistaken, this article is from a PlayStation-based website. Let me just look in the description box for the link. Wait. Why are you using an image from an article and not linking it? Yeah, here we are. Took a couple of seconds to find. Can't believe I had to do your job for you. This article is from a website called Push Square, a heavily PlayStation-biased website. As I stated before, you are using this article here to push the idea that the Xbox and PC markets did not sell as well. Any rational person would take note that this article is physical copies only, as well as sales numbers only from the UK. But that isn't even the whole point. If you take a look at the article, nowhere in the article are there any references to sales or charts based off of that first week it was released. The only reference is to the GFK chart track, which doesn't post sale figures. It simply just ranks the games based off sales between other games. I would love to see actual figures on how many hard copies were sold, as well as digital copies, because a website simply saying a percentage is meaningless to me.
That's very, very good. That's it. That's all of the good news you guys are gonna get.
Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping my lottery numbers were right.
Capcom, that's it. I'm pretty sure they've been notified that Resident Evil 7 has been cracked in less than 5 days.
Only 5 days? Man, those DRM crackers are getting kind of slow, don't you think?
By this person that does the DRM for all these other people that have been affected by the crack in the DRM, allowing them to be copied and multiplied free by the PC community. There are many different PC trolls that are playing these games free of charge, not a care in the fucking world.
No. You don't mean trolls. You mean pirates.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a right indeed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Man, that never gets old. Look at those smooth ass animations though.
It all started with Rise of the Tomb Raider, which
Just a heads up, Jay. Pirating has been around way longer than Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now I know that this is the first example, it's a comment to the article gave, but still, if you didn't know. Also keep in mind that it's very likely that there are people pirating console games as well, using hacked consoles to play them on. Moving along though, I'm sure that a ton of people were excited for it. The Tomb Raider series is an incredible series. Why wouldn't people that are fans of the series want to, get the next one?
a lot of PC fans were so excited to get. No one's saying every single PC person is pirating these games due to the fact that most of you guys, your computers can't barely even play Minecraft, let alone any of these.
Of course nobody is saying that. That's a seriously stupid thing to say. I get the feeling though that everything you say in this video follows this same premise. Minecraft is a game that requires barely anything to run at all. I can run it on a laptop that's nearly 8 years old and the game runs decently. Also, who are you to say what my PC can or can't run? I have benchmarks that show what my PC can and can't do, and looking at those games on that list, and the benchmarks my PC has, those games, it's child's play for my computer.
So no one's saying every single PC fan is pirating all these games because your computer's not capable of playing most of this shit. That's what's really funny about you guys, and you know it. So don't go to the comment section bragging about a gaming rig that does not exist in your household.
Wait, what do you mean it doesn't exist in my household? I'm literally using it right now to make this video about your video.
When your computer can only play Minecraft or Counter-Strike or Call of Duty at the lowest settings.
What's wrong with that? What if the only games I'm interested are those games? But you had to add that last bit, didn't you? You want to talk about Call of Duty on lowest settings? Let's take a look at a comparison of graphical fidelity that a PC can do versus that PS4 that you ride. This video shows the difference between the PC and consoles on Infinite Warfare that was uploaded by Candyland. Just take a look. It is impressive. Would you look at that? I encourage you guys to check out the full video. I'll put a link to it in the description. And another great channel to check out for things of that nature is Digital Foundry. They do a lot of comparisons between the consoles and the PC.
This right here, a lot of developers clearly depended on this particular type of DRM. When they make other games, these different developers, will they use a different DRM? Probably. They probably will. Do I know? Hell no. I don't really, give a fuck about the DRM thing because on consoles I know what I have to do. I know it's against the law to steal, so I don't.
Wait. Then why are you making this video addressing piracy, DRM, and things like that?
If it's a game I want, I do my research.
Research? How dare you use that word? You do not know the definition of the term.
If I find out that I'm not comfortable buying that game day one, I don't. If I think it's a day one game, I know. And guess what? I buy it day one. Many times, I definitely pre-order that game.
Why would you pre-order a game? Why? That's a terrible idea. You are giving the company money for a product that you haven't even received yet. What will you do if the product isn't what it was advertised to be? What happens if you get a shitty game? And yes, I'm looking at you, No Man's Sky.
Digital or physical. That's what I do as a gamer.
Was that a stopwatch in the background? Have you ever heard of something called editing?
But PC fans, they're not understanding that Bandai Namco believes in you guys to do the right thing. That's why they gave God Eater 2 to you guys.
No, 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 no. They didn't give us anything. That's a product. We have to pay for that. It's not given to us. There's a mutual agreement in there that we give you money and you give us a quality product.
That's why they have announced Ni no Kuni 2 for the PC. They believe in you guys to do the right thing, to buy the game day one at full price.
Again, that's a Twitter post. And I don't see anywhere in that Twitter post where they expect me, the consumer, to buy the game day one and pay full price.
Not to exploit this failed DRM attempt by all of these different developers that clearly isn't working, so you guys can play it for free.
Well, of course it's not working. It never really has. If someone doesn't want to pay for something, they're gonna find a way to get around that paywall.
This developer and Studio Ghibli, they worked hard on this game and the story, and they want you to support them. Just like you guys always lie in the fucking comment section of the PlayStation Legion podcast that, oh, we just want to support these games. We're not begging. We just want to support these games.
Now, I haven't seen enough of your channel to familiarize myself with your PlayStation Legion podcast, but I can almost guarantee that a good majority of those comments, if not all, are from gamers who genuinely want to pay for a game and enjoy it.
It's begging. That's exactly what it is.
No, it really isn't. These gamers want to play a game that isn't available on their system, so they and many others are asking developers to make a port of it, so that they can enjoy the game just like you console gamers can. How is this a bad thing? Like, do console gamers legitimately think that exclusive games are good for the marketplace and for them as consumers?
Because most of you guys that have a capable PC of playing any of the PS4 exclusives that are Sony first party studio owned or Sony published.
Which, let's be honest here, it's not really that difficult to get a computer that can destroy a PS4 for about the same price point these days.
You're not planning to buy these games. You're planning to pirate these games.
What did you say?
You're not planning to buy these games. You're planning to pirate these games.
One more time so I know that I got that.
You're not planning to buy these games. You're planning to pirate these games.
What do you mean they aren't planning on buying these games? Who are you to tell someone else what they are or are not going to do? I know for me personally, for PS4 exclusives at least, I'd have loved to have gotten Kingdom Hearts 2.8 this past week, as well as the last Uncharted game. These games, I would have gladly forked over the money to buy, had they been released on PC. I honestly just refuse to pay $250 just for the ability to play one of these games, as well as paying for the games themselves.
Big fucking difference.
Yes, there is a big difference. But you can't just pull words out of your ass and tell people that they are or aren't going to do something. Now, I stated this in the past to people who have talked about piracy, and it still stands now. If an individual has no intention of purchasing a game whatsoever, it does not count as a lost sale for the company. Why is that? Because the person was not going to buy the game anyways. Also, if a person pirates a game in a country where the game was not published, it is also not a lost sale. It was the company's choice not to publish in that country, so any pirated copies therein do not count as lost sales. It is in a company's best interest to give attention to piracy in countries where the game was not published. It can be used to determine if the interest for the games is high, and from there, the company can determine whether or not in later games to publish in said countries. It is also more likely that a person who pirates a game will be more inclined to purchase it or the next game in the series. Why? Because that person will have had an experience with the previous game in the series, and or experience with the publisher or developer. Please keep in mind that I do not condone the act of piracy. I just think that most people get the wrong idea about it and only look at it negatively instead of how it can positively affect things in the industry. Now, it does leave a lasting effect on the industry, whether it be positive or negative, and the fact that it is illegal is understandable. I'll leave a link to an article in the description that I found quite interesting on the topic. It's a bit old, but I think that some of the points still stand today. That's all for this video. I'll spare his outro for you. It was just as bad, if not worse, than the beginning. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear some other opinions on it. Have a wonderful day.